In this video, we're going to quickly show you how to get started with Autodesk FormIt Pro. So the first thing I like to do is I like to locate my project. The reason for this is because when you perform solar analysis, energy analysis, or shadow analysis, you know that it's accurate located information because it pulls in the local weather station location and information as well. So I've chosen a site here in Dublin, Ireland that I'm familiar with, and I've just selected import satellite image. I can also choose to just set location, or in fact I can zoom out and go to any location across the UK, across the entire globe essentially. So I then imported that satellite image, so you can see I have it here in the background, and I know that this is my site in here. So the next thing I can do, I can actually start drawing some type of building on that using the modeling tools. I like to use the pen tool or the line tool, and you can use the keyboard shortcut for this just by typing L, or you can draw a rectangle, or there's various other 3D tools as well. But I like to keep it simple. Just take a line tool, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw a building design here. And you can see as you draw the line, the measurements come up, so that's 10 meters. I can just type in 10 meters if I want, and that process like that. I can also change the units as well if I wish. I can change it to meters, which I like to work in just at the early stage. And you can see that it tells you when it's perpendicular to the other line. So I just want to draw maybe a type of house here. Just keep a basic shape. It'll tell you if it's perpendicular to that line as well. That's if you want to keep your building perpendicular. Not everyone does. You might want to put a slight interesting shape into your building for whatever reason. So, and then it creates a surface of your what essentially is your ground floor plan here. So what I'm going to do is just click on that. I'm then going to extrude that up. I can extrude it up as far as I want. So let's say 7 meters for a 2-story building. So let's say this is a flat roof building, and we're going to keep it nice contemporary design. I'm just going to take my line tool again, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to strike a line across the middle here. So it's going to snap to my center point and snap to my other center point. So what I'm going to do, I just want to manipulate this particular part of the building just to kind of set it back from the road. We're in a residential area here, so we want to keep the building to have as little impact on the road as possible. So all I'm going to do is just maybe pull it back to here. So I'm going to pull that down, and that surface disappears. You see we've got a nice setback on our building there. So we've got a fairly basic mass, and then if I want, maybe I want to create another type of building down the back here. I can also create another footprint of a building here. We can make this more simple. This can be maybe some sort of ancillary building. I can extrude that up. I'll just leave it at 4 meters. I can type in 4 meters if I want. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a simple apex roof on this. So what I'm going to do then is take my rectangle tool. Sorry, take my line tool. Just going to copy this. If I right click on this, it will give me some copy options. So I can just go, I can create a group if I wish, but I can also copy. So array, copy down here, select where I want to copy, and it actually extrudes it, and you can see all the lines have disappeared. So we've got kind of a nice house shape. We can go and create more detail on that if I want. Something I like to do is just create a group as well, just to kind of keep it together. And then if I can actually create a group of this building type as well. And then what I can actually do, I can actually duplicate this building. You can say it's a series of houses. I can just Control C and Control V, just place that anywhere. What I can actually do is just rotate that around as well. Just making sure that my lines are on. I can just right click on this and then just rotate. So I can maybe turn that around like that. So we can keep it fairly conceptual for now. You can also import a lot of other objects as well, including Revit families, and you can integrate this directly into Revit as well. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm actually going to perform a solar analysis on this. I'm going to turn on my shadows. If I want to look at what my shadows are, and it's kind of casting shadows there. And I can do a bit more detail if I wanted to model up the context. What I'm actually going to do is just select those, click solar analysis, just take a quick second for that to load. See the weather station data is downloading. That usually just takes a couple of moments. So with all your objects selected, I can actually hit analyze on this. It'll take a moment, and it will tell me essentially where the sun or where the solar radiation is impacting the building and what the greatest impact is. So we know on our north facing facade in the Northern Hemisphere that obviously that's going to be the coolest throughout the year, and we can actually choose for a year cumulative for where all the solar radiation, and this can help inform, I suppose, where you're going to put shading on certain windows. So if you're getting too much sunlight on the front facade, if you've got a lot of glass, you might want to put shading. Or in fact, if you're going to put solar panels, which facade are you going to put them in, and maybe you can actually edit a different roof to maybe suit that as well. And we can see here that it's going to be quite a low impact of sun on the rear facade, so you might put less windows or less glazing in that side as well. This can then all be exported into Revit. Simply export. You can save it in BIM 360 or save it locally, and you can just choose to export it as any type of file, DWG, AXM. I like to use an AXM file purely because that's the proprietary ASM file. What I have to do is just reset out of this. Just have to come out of solar analysis first, export locally, and just export, and then simply just on my desktop, FormIt concept, save on that and replace, and then you can import that into Revit as well.